neighborhood jobs and housing public hearing to order, and I ask the clerk to call the roll.
Councilmember Patterson. Here. Councilmember Leslie Smith. Councilmember Lupien. Vice President Harris. Here. President Melendez.
Here.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, just the committee members, all right. And so we are also joined by council members Martin and Smith. Councilmember Leslie Smith is out of town. That's why she's not with us today. Councilmember Lupien has children, has a child, and she had obligations with her child that were previously scheduled, so she's doing the parent thing, and we can all commend her for doing that. Nothing wrong with that. Councilmember Gruber wanted to be with us, but he's not with us tonight because he had a previously scheduled board meeting that he has to attend. So I want to thank everyone for coming out today. I really do appreciate you guys being here. This meeting is specifically targeted towards the sale of school number 20, which is on our calendar for this legislative cycle. We will also be open to and listening to comments or concerns related to the sale of School 29, which was on our calendar for last month, but did not receive enough votes to move forward. This hearing is a time for members of the public to comment on the sale of these two properties. Nothing else. So we're not talking about anything else in the news, any other issue, specifically and particularly the sale of school number 20 and the sale of school number 29. If you wish to speak tonight, it's my hope that you've already taken an opportunity to sign up. If you haven't, please do so now. Let's see, what else do we have? So kind of how we're going to go about doing this is this. The principal and the board chair from School 20 are here. We're going to give them 5 minutes to make opening remarks to the members of council and to the larger community about why you feel that we should go forward with the sale of this property to you. We will also do the same thing, 5 minutes for the folks from Rockside, the principal and the board chair, to make those presentations. For everyone else, we're going to give you 2 minutes, and for the folks who are going to come after them, just initially, I can tell you who's going to follow after those two. The first person is going to be Mr. Eugenio Marlin. He'll be able to tell you who he is, and we'll also have Mr. Paul Miller, who will come forward and he'll tell you who he is. And what I offer to council members, and so before we get started, if council members, if you got a question, feel free to ask your questions. And what I'm going to ask council members, we're just going to go down the line and start with Vice President. If you have an opening statement that you want to make or some information you want to share, please feel free to do so. So I'm going to hand the mic down to the end.
Good evening. My name is Lachey Harris. I'm the Vice President of the City Council, South District Rep. I want to say thank you to you all for being here tonight and having your voices heard. I'd like to make a statement that I'm present now and I want to hear what you have to say. However, I have to step out shortly because I have a previous scheduled engagement that I could not adjust. As you all know, this was something that Councilmember Patterson put together at a moment's notice as a result of all the feedback that many people gave. So he thought a hearing was the best way to continue that engagement. So I look forward to hearing what you all have to say, and thank you for being here.
Thank you. Well, this is a lot louder than I'm used to. Thank you all for being here tonight. We appreciate you making your time and making yourselves available to inform us. With regard to the School 20, I look forward to supporting that this month. And with regard to school number 29, I look forward to making a motion to reconsider it this month. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is, Hi, everyone. I'm Kiara Smith. Folks call me Kiki. I have read most of your emails, and I promise to return each and every one of them and your calls. Thank you so much for your advocacy and for speaking up on behalf of the children of this great city. I'm here because I want to listen and learn from you all so that we can make the hard decisions. I'm sure many of you know that none of the decisions that we make are easy when it comes to passing a vote, especially when it comes to our young people. So thanks again, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Stanley Martin, and thank you all for being here today. Thank you. I'm grateful for the outreach, grateful that you all are taking time out of your day to be here today. It is so important to hear from the community. So again, thank you, and I'm looking forward to listening, learning from you all, and being present with you today.
All right, so school number 20, principal and board chair, if you guys can come forward and give us 5 minutes, we greatly appreciate it. Board chair, if you can come up too. All right.
Good evening. Thank you for having us. My name is Sherry Weber. I am the proud principal of Young Women's College Prep Charter School. This is my board chair. I'll let you introduce yourself.
My name is Ghislaine Radebon-Eisen, and I've been the board chair for near 3 years with the Young Women's College Prep School.
So as you know, we are up for school number 20, and we are so excited for this opportunity. Councilwoman Smith, you said it great when you said we're here for the children of this great city, and that's what we're here for. We serve the great children of Rochester City. 90% of our children come from the Rochester City area. Currently, we are located in Greece. It's a beautiful building. We share it with another charter school. And we have an opportunity to move home for our kids, and that's why we're here, and that's why we're doing this. With 90% of our students coming from the Rochester City School District, we want to be in their backyard. Our kids work tirelessly every day to reach really high academic standards, and they are thriving in what they do. We shared some data with you today. If I know Councilman Patterson gave it to you guys. There's a lot of data in there. We currently have 370 students. We serve grades 7 through 12 at our building. In our current building, we're busting at the seams. So we are so excited for a bigger building that allows us to expand our programs, expand our opportunities for our kids, and again, bring them home. Every day our kids are traveling all the way to Greece, which sounds like it's not far, but for our kids it is. They're on the buses for hours. If our kids miss the school bus in the morning, they have to take RTS or they have to take an Uber. The RTS bus ride for some of our kids is over an hour with 2 different transfers, and that's not fair to our students, and it's not fair to our parents. So often we hold events and our parents struggle to get there because of our location. We just want to be home for them. We just want an opportunity to be in the city of Rochester for our kids every single day and for our families every single day. And that's all we're here for. I went into education back in the day because of the kids. And every single day I wake up and I go to work and I do what I do because of the kids, because of our families. This building makes what we're already doing so much easier and so much better. And we just want the opportunity for our kids to have a home that they can call their own. Again, we're in a shared building. It's not theirs, it's ours. We want our own home. We want a place our kids are proud to have graduated from, to say, look, mom, look, dad, look, son, look, daughter, that's my school. It's in my backyard. I got to go there every single day. It's an opportunity that we just don't want to miss out on, and we just need you to see that and be on our side. And I thank those of you who have responded to my emails this past week. I know I inundated you guys, but I do it because I'm passionate. I'm here for the kids, I'm here for my teachers, I'm here for my families, and this is all about them at this point in time.
Yes, and what I can add is that this building in particular is already designed for what we need. We are located in a location where we need more space, And when we visited this building, it needs minor, really, renovations to really accommodate what we can do with our kids. And the population of the kids that we serve are mostly underserved and underrepresented from the city of Rochester. And they are what the future looks like. We are a college prep school, and our kids are already prepared to serve in a community and also very well connected with the college around. They are very civic-minded. We are developing leaders within this school, and they are ready to already give back in the to the community. So the staff of the school, the board of the schools, are very dedicated to bring back to the city of Rochester an asset that the city needs in terms of having female future leaders for the city.
Council members, do anyone have any questions? All right, thank you. And now if we, so this is, that's Young Women's College Prep. And so if we can have the folks for number 29, I wanted to purchase number 29 school, Rock Sci, president and, principal and president, please step forward, make your presentation.
Sure, I don't mind. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for your service to this wonderful city of Rochester. I'm Ismat Mamnoon, and I'm the board chair at Rock Sci, and have been the board chair since its inception 3 years ago.
Good evening, council members. Thank you very much for allowing us here. My name is Deniz Yaman. I'm the principal at Rochester Academy of Science Charter School, as known as Rock Sci High School. Would you like me to continue? Okay. So, first of all, I would like to thank every single one of you for allowing us come in here and introducing ourselves in front of you. Thank you very much for allowing us speaking to you. Thank you very much for allowing our students and our parents coming here and sharing their thoughts about our home. I'm not going to read anything from here. I would like to share what I have been experiencing for the past 3 years. I'm the founding principal at Rock Sci. 3 years ago, when I got this position, I promised myself that I'm going to make sure that my students, my kids, get the education that they deserve. We started at a very small school. It's on 150 Flowerton Street, which is a very small building. That's where we started with 9th grade students. With only 9th graders, I thought that we will be finding a forever home finally at the end of the year. It did not happen. Second year in that small building, I had to add another grade level, another 9th grader. With my 9th graders becoming 10th graders, I had to have 100 plus students, almost 100 students in that class, in that school, in that small building where the sisters at the church used to live at. Finally, when I was done with the second year, obviously I couldn't fit my students in that school. I needed to find a building. With the help of my board members, with the help of my CEO, with the help of everybody, I was able to find a temporary house for my students at Bishop Kearney High School building. You probably are already aware where that school building is located at. It's outside of our city. We had to transport our students from the city. You can see our data in front of you. I tried to share that with you. 99% of our students come from the city. I tried my best to include their zip codes, where they live, their demographics, everything. My students we had to transport all of our students to another town that is not located in the city limits. As young women, college prep students are facing, our students are facing the same exact challenge. If they miss the school bus, I mean, I have 2 kids and sometimes it's hard to wake them up. And if they miss the school, then you have to drive them, you have to do something else for them. Most of our students, most of our parents don't have that luxury to bring their kids to school. If they miss it, they have to take the public transportation or Uber. They have to share a building that's not theirs. Every time I have to talk with my students, I am very tired. I know that I am going to, I hope that you don't mind me saying this, but I'm so tired of telling my students that this is not your school building. That's not their school building. We are guests in that building. My students are the guests in that building, and I have to ask permission from Bishop Kearney's high school building to use their gym, use their cafeteria, use their common spaces. And I am very tired of asking this because this is what my students need. They need the physical education, they need the gym usage, they need the cafeteria usage. I have to basically just rush them out of that cafeteria and take them out of the cafeteria because the Bishop Kearney students are gonna be there. They need a home. We've been homeless for the past 3 years. Technically, our students have been homeless for the past 3 years. Finally, after advocating for so long, we finally found a building that we can call home, School 29. When I first saw that, when I first walked in those hallways, I even recorded myself in that hallway. I was about to share the great news with my students, saying that we found you a home. Finally, a home for you, a gym, a proper gym, a bathroom. We only have 1 bathroom for our students in that building. Our students, we just had 2 weeks ago, we had a problem in the bathroom in that building, and guess what? The answer from the Bishop Kearney, hey, just tell your students to wait for 2 hours, it's going to be fixed. Where are they gonna use? What are they gonna do? It's not fair. This is not fair for my kids. This is not fair for my kids. I want to finally give my 11th grade students a home that they can say, we graduated from this school building. We had a home. That's why I'm here today. I really hope that the council members who voted no, they could reconsider their decisions. I really hope that we can finally find a place for my kids. They need a home. They need a school. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you.
I honestly don't believe that there is a stronger advocate for the students and parents at Rockside than Mr. Yemen here. But I also want to speak to the advantage that our ability to move into 88 Kirkland and to turn it from a vacant building right now, which is nothing but a cost to the city of Rochester because you have to maintain it, you have to take care of it, or else it loses its potential to be anything. We can take that and make it a vibrant, thriving educational facility for our high school students, the high school students from the communities of Rochester, within a matter of 4 months. Because we are ready to go. We have a national body that has promised to fund everything. We're bringing $8 million of national money into the city of Rochester, and that's going to benefit our economy here. It's going to make a difference to the communities that we serve, and all that money that we saved not paying rent, that becomes salaries for our teachers. It becomes educational dollars that continue to create those wonderful academic results which speak for themselves. In 3 years, we have outperformed every school district on many levels. Sorry. Thank you.
You're okay. I just know we're probably over 5 minutes, so I got to stop.
I'm so sorry. But I just wanted to share a little bit of data, and I'm happy to answer any questions if you have any for me.
What's the name of the national body?
I believe it's the Charter School, National Charter School Growth Fund. Thank you.
All right. So, couple of quick little housekeeping things. You're okay. So, because we're gonna move on to some other speakers. Anybody other councilmembers got? Okay. So, a couple little housekeeping things I forgot to mention. I'm sorry. The bathrooms are over this way, and I would like to take a moment to thank Dr. Shanae Lee. Now, where did this thing go just that quick? Hang on. I had it here. Any second. I apologize. Dr. Shania Lee from the Rochester Education and Development for Youth. She paid for the food this evening, so she provided the refreshments, and we appreciate her for making that commitment. Always clap for the people who buy the food. Well done. Good job. Good job. All right. So at this point, we're going to move into the 2-ish minute phase of the conversation. I'm going to ask that Mr. Eugenio Marlin come forward. Tell you who. Well, we're going to have to give Eugenio and Paul a little bit more than 2 minutes. Eugenio is here wearing at least 3 hats on any given day. I'm hoping he can talk to both of his main hats as opposed to his other hat. And then we're going to ask Mr. Paul Miller to come forward. They're going to tell you who he is and what he's here for. Mr. Marlin, thank you, sir.
Thank you for the invitation, and thank you for everyone that's out here supporting the development of another charter school. I'm in support of both projects. I am a co-founder of the Eugenio Maria de Hostos Charter School, which was the first charter school that was that started in Rochester 25 years ago, and we're going strong. Our trek for facilities started when we took a building at 938 Clifford Avenue and rehabbed it, turned it into a school that went from K to 2. When Eugenio Maria de Hostos Charter School grew, we went and also went to the Catholic diocese and took over one of their buildings and turned it into a school. Next, we bought a building from the city school district, but School 22, and we took that one and also continued expanding the Eugenio Maria de Hostos Charter School. In the meantime, we leased some space from Kodak to house the 12th grade, the high school, which we had already grown to. Today, I can tell you that we just finished. We are probably a month or 2 months away from finishing our campus, our high school, where we had the middle school, in the tune of $52 million. Why do I bring up money? Charter schools don't get any funds for buildings. So any way that we can facilitate a building that's already there, that is already structured for a school, I think we should take the advantage of that. Our company, IADC, which is affiliated with the Ibero-American Action League, we have been able, through experience, to discriminate when a building is great for a school and when it's good for housing. We have visited those 2 facilities, and I think they are exactly what's needed so that the school can move on fast. We also bought another building, which used to be a school, but we thought that it's not appropriate for a school, and we're building apartments in that building. So we are able to discriminate that. So what I'm asking is that we provide all the support that we can to the charter schools. It is a commitment to education. This is a labor of passion, and keeping the kids in the neighborhood is a great thing. Lastly, I visited School 29. I saw the campus, and there's nothing else that can go there that's more effective than a school. It's large, it has room for growth, and I think that it will revive the neighborhood as well. So Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, question?
Can you share, is this better? Can you hear me? Okay. Can you please share Ibero's criteria that you use to determine what an old school is fit for?
Okay, we, like I said, we started in a building that Concordia Hall at 938 Clifford Avenue. And internally, our company invested $2.3 million into retrofitting that space into a school. When fast forward a few years, when we heard that School 22 was going to be available, we went after it. And we were able to purchase it from the school, from the city. The investment would have been, probably unaffordable if we had to start from the beginning and retrofitting a building into a school. So it made it a lot easier for us. And, like I said, I'm going to repeat that we don't get any money. Charter schools don't get any money for buildings. And every time we can have an opportunity to get one of those buildings that already exist as schools, I think we should take advantage of them.
And last question, around charter schools not getting money for buildings, the city school district was here and presented, and they said $115 million, around that amount each year goes to charter schools. Can you clarify what you mean when you say you don't get schools for a building?
Yeah, well, we don't get money for facilities, but also only 67% of the funds allocated for students from the district, in this case, get to the charter school. So we do less, we do with less, and we don't get any facilities.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, without getting too editorial in this, the funding formula of the state of New York roughly breaks out to 3/5. I say that for a reason. That number has a historical significance, and I'll just leave it at that. The school that Mr. Marlin is talking about that they purchased for housing is number 25. It's at the corner of Bay and Goodman. And I don't doubt for a second that all of the charter schools looked at it and said, nah, we don't want it, because it had significant challenges. It just really wasn't up to speed to be a school at the time. When Mr. Marlin purchased number 22, we also sold he purchased the old number 22 over on Zimbrick. We also sold the old number 6 over on Carter Street to a charter school. That was 10 years ago. Both of those buildings have been repurposed as school. It's like the best adaptive reuse of a building is to use it for its design purpose. So they went in, wherever they get the money from, they get the money from. They get no facilities money. What they get from the school district, that 3/5 is the tuition. And there's a whole formula that New York State has, which basically determines and has set in law that charter schools will always get less money per pupil than traditional school districts. That's not editorial, it's fact. So on that note, I'm going to stop talking, turn it over to Mr. Paul Miller so he can.
Yes, it's Dr. Paul Miller.
Sorry,
but that's all right,
apologize,
brother.
Doc. It is Dr. Paul Miller. I'm sorry.
I earned it.
Yes, you did.
So,
no doubt.
So all due respect, again, thank you, council members, for having me here. My name is Dr. Paul Miller. I'm the Chief Academic Officer for Exceptional. So we support the 28 charter schools here, 16 networks, 28 schools. I also have a company and organization where we're partnering and we're opening schools here in Rochester and other cities and states as well. I write books, author, all of that good stuff. But I'm a son of Rochester, born and raised Hudson and Joseph Avenue. So I'm from the projects down the street, and I know how important education is here. I also grew up and went to the Rochester City School District schools. So I went through all the RCSD schools all my years. I was a teacher in the RCSD. I was an administrator in the RCSD. Halfway through my career, I moved into the charter school world in Albany, New York, where I was the CEO of Green Tech Charter Schools, 97% black and brown young men and 90% poverty, but we averaged a 95% graduation rate, 100% acceptance to college, and $25 million in scholarship money every year. And so when I say that, just trying to give you a little background and understanding of where I'm coming, and I'm not even pro-charter school. I'm really not, I'm pro-good school. And so I love our district because our district helped raise me, helped make me. It's put a lot of jobs in it's put a lot of money in people's pockets. It's been able to, both good and bad, we could talk about that. But at the end of the day, I'm pro-good school. And being pro-good school, I want to see what's best for our kids. And what I will say is, and I'm going to argue very quickly, is that this city as a whole has failed our kids academically. Our city as a whole has failed our kids academically when we have had proficiency rates of 2% and 8% for math and ELA. That's not okay. It's a little higher now, obviously, but that's just not okay. And so when we have those proficiency rates, and then we have other schools who are exceeding those numbers that are doubling, tripling, quadrupling in some cases, like YWCP and like Rock-Si, that are performing and doing well. There's a lot of limitations, often due to that funding. So the funding, just a quick breakdown. If the district receives one, and this is not the district's fault, I repeat, this is not the district's fault, but the state puts everybody against each other, creates a us versus them division. And people usually create division when they want to create a problem, right? How often have we seen that happen? When you want to create a mistrust with people, you start by creating a division. And so that's what's happened here, because it's not the district, it's not the charter schools, actually the state. So they have this funding formula, and this formula was supposed to be 76 cents on the dollar. However, because of the way money gets spent and some loopholes, Rochester is the only city out of New York State that received cuts. So they received a cut for charter school funding. Rochester City charter schools receive approximately $14,100 per child. Right, that money comes from the state, goes to the city school district, and then the city school district distributes that portion out to the charter schools over 6 pay periods. Now, when you look at, on their end, they get about $24,600 per pupil, but then you think of all their other money that they get. So whether it's their foundation aid or whether it's tax levies or all the other money that comes in, it equals up to $1.1 billion. And then they spend it and the charter school money goes over there. And when that happens, because we look at the RCSD's enrollment, and it's somewhere around 17,000 kids, give or take, and when you do the math, because it fluctuates between 15, 17, 22, whatever they say, the number that they're able to spend per pupil is somewhere between $35,000 and $45,000 per child. And with that given said, we just had a professor from NYU do a study, and he said what his research shows is that the charter schools here are getting about 42 cents on the dollar currently. And so with that being said, we also don't get facilities aid, where there's other facility aid that's baked in. In New York City, they get facility aid. So these schools are doing all of this with little to none, and all they want to do is educate our kids. And I know as council members, what's really, really important to me is you're here because you want to service our city. And you wouldn't be doing this, you wouldn't go through all the things that you go through if you really didn't believe in our city. However, yet, there's people who sit on this council that have shared sentiments that we will not move this project forward because they're stealing our kids. The charter schools are stealing our kids away from the district. We have been academically failing, but we are politically failing as well, because that's a political adult problem. When someone says that and makes that type of reference that they won't let something move forward because it has to do with stealing kids, how can you steal something that wants to go? If you gave me $100, you can't say that I stole it from you. That's not stealing. And it's not, again, it's not the district's fault, but the truth is, competition is healthy, And if they wanted to keep their kids, perform better. That's it. Perform better. Get your stuff together and keep your kids. But don't be an adult who gets in the way of that because you're trying to politically line up with what the mass machine wants to happen versus supporting the little guy who's actually doing well educating our kids. Are the charter schools perfect? Absolutely not. Are there issues that need to be improved? Absolutely. However, preventing them from having adequate space and home and facilities for kids that want to be there with them, and the money is supposed to go with that child, I don't understand how that would be collectively supporting our city. And all I'm asking is that as you vote, can you please consider voting for what is best for our kids and what's best for our city? And do we really need another gentrified apartment complex? Or do we need to change our neighborhoods that Clinton, when I was a kid, they said, if I'm from Hudson Jones, they said, don't go to the Flambos. Don't go to the projects over there because you're not going to really be good if you go over there. But the school has the ability to change that area and change that neighborhood. 29 schools, same thing. They're already set up for schools. They have the money and ability to make them schools, and they're already performing. Why would anyone stop or get in the way of kids having a home to be successful when there's enough issues and enough of us failing our kids? That's all. Thank you.
All right, so at this time, we're going to turn it over to the public commentary part, and I'm going to hand the mic to our city clerk, and she'll be calling you, and if you can, please come on up, and unfortunately, now we're going to hold you to the 2 minutes. So we got the clock. This is not showtime at the Apollo, so there will not be anybody to come out and pull you off with the hook or to dance you off the stage, but when they give you the sign, please let the mic go so we can hear the next person, so we can get because it's still a school night, right? Still a school night. So we can get y'all done and get y'all out of here so these kids can go to sleep. All right, thank you.
Murat, and the last name begins with a K. M-U-R-A-T.
First of all, thank you, all council members, for doing a good job and serving the community of Rochester, and thank you, Dr. Miller, for nice words. My name is Murat. I'm the Chief Operations Officer at Buffalo Academy and Rochester Academy of Science Charter School. And I came to Buffalo in 2018 upon an invitation, and I gave Buffalo 1 year. I talked to my wife, my wife begged me, please, we moved so many places. Let's stay here for 1 more year, 2 years. I said, honey, 2 years for you? Sure, done deal. And then I came to Buffalo for 1 + 1, 2 years. I've been here in Buffalo for 8 years. What keeps me in Buffalo is the work ethic and the great people that I work at my first time working at a charter school. I worked in different places, I worked in different countries, but my charter school experience, it started with Buffalo Academy of Science and going with Buffalo Academy of Science. And we have great chairs, like Ismet Memnun has been with us for like 5-6 years, maybe more. And then we have principals that I adore so much. I used to be a principal myself, but I love them so much because they are pouring their hearts and they have so much enthusiasm that I'm so happy working with them, that I'm so proud of them. And Deniz Yaman is not an exception. He is one of them. He is so energetic, he is so young, and I know for the last 3 years that he's been crying, and as for the Chief of Operations, I couldn't help him, and it kills me deep down because, I know desperately that they need the building, that the kids, he and the kids and the teachers, all of them need the building, and we were so, hopeful about this building at 88 Kirkland, and then we have our architects sign up, they are all ready, they have done the drawings, and we have the project managers, we have the contract managers, we have, everything's lined up, and we were waiting for a good result, like last week or 10 days ago, and then suddenly we got stopped, and I hope this is only a hurdle. I hope the results are gonna be better. I hope we'll be able to overturn the decision because we do really need this building, and thank you very much for all.
Joseph Polet, P-O-L-E-T maybe?
Good evening. This is Dr. Joseph Polat. I'm the executive director at Rockside. Our principal and our board chair said enough, and Dr. Paul Miller really explained well about how the finance work. All I'll ask you is, for the last 3 years, we have been looking for a permanent home for these kids. There will be 200 kids homeless if you say no in September, and we need to explain them that we don't have building, explain to their parents that we don't have a home for you. So that's going to be a tough explanation for our parents. Also, as our board chair explained, we have been working for this project so hard for the last 6 months just on this project. We have reached out every possible avenue, and we have been able to secure a really generous national funding, Charles Who Growth Fund. It is going to bring the money to the city. So that's going to be really an additional value for the city. This is going to be a great place, a great school for the city, and will serve for many years. So we did a lot of hard work for these kids, and we don't want to say our parents that we don't have home for your kids. So please reconsider your vote, and please give this home to our kids. Thank you.
Gislin. GH. Okay. Oh, she spoke up.
Hi, good evening. Me again, Dr. Ghislaine Radegonde-Dyson. The only thing I can say here is that the kids we are serving are from the cities, their families are from the city, and we want to bring them back to the city. And this is all I'm going to say. We need to be in the city to serve the kids that we have, and then to utilize the talent that we are in a school with the administrators, the teachers, and the board. So I thank you for hearing us, and I hope you will support us. We need a home in the city. Thank you.
Rosa Marie Negron. Rosa Marie.
Hi, I wasn't prepared for this. But I have my son that he started in Rockside since it first opened. My son was in a couple high schools, middle schools, and it was not good. He was not succeeding. His grades was terrible. It was just terrible for him. Like I literally at one point lost. Thanks to Rockside, they picked up my child, put him on the right path, and I could tell you for the last 3 years he has been on good grades, awesome grades actually. All I hear is good things about him, and it's all because of this school. Now the downside about it is that my son sits up here and tells me that they're being rushed out of the lunchroom. They gotta ask for the field when it's nice out. There's just so much downfall of them sharing this other building when they should be able to have their own. So they shouldn't have these issues that are going on now. It's probably a lot more I could say, but caught me off guard. But I just want you guys to reconsider this. They really do deserve this, and it would be great for them.
Is your son here with you?
Yes, he is.
Stand up, young man. Come up here and give your mom a hug. Thank you, sir.
Miranda Carter. Okay, so if I call your name and you don't want to speak, just let us know. Thank you.
So, if we call your name and you weren't originally planning on speaking, just wave, and Because we understand that maybe we didn't make it real clear based on the list we got. So if we call your name, you're like, just, and we'll let you go. We get it.
Mustafa Kibet? Kibich?
Good afternoon, everyone. I wasn't expecting to be talking here as well, but I am ready. I'm coming from Buffalo, but also serving Rochester Academy of Science. The reason why I am here today, yesterday I told my wife, tonight there will be such a special time to honor the future of our young students. They need the best education ever that we can provide, and that's the whole purpose of our Buffside and Rockside charter school system. And I'm working as a director of guidance, and I got my doctorate in education, and all my dissertation was all about how we can help our underrepresented students to achieve and realize their maximum potential. And all the stakeholders, including great teachers of Rockside, administration, and everyone, is making sure that they are ready for the fullest potential. But now we have a big hurdle in front of us, which is logistics, which is the building. And we don't want our students and their families and our teachers just to worry about this technical detail, but we want them to think about their future. I want to be the greatest of myself in the future, but right now they are worried about what's going to happen next year. That's why, dear council members, these are our children, these are our futures, and please, rather than looking at pro-charter versus charter or all other related issues, let's focus on our future, and let's invest for their future, and let's secure this building so that they can ready and get the best education ever. Thank you.
Ismet Mamnoon? Okay.
Let's try the last name.
Is that it?
Yeah, let's try
Sasato, last name?
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Hello, my name is Andre Lewis. I am a junior in Rodside.
Closer to the mic.
Oh, sorry. I'm a junior in Rodside. My name is Andre Lewis. I don't really know what to say. For the past 3 years, this school has been incredible to me. There's been first the teachers. The teachers alone make it worth staying in enclosed spaces like this. They make it worth being in a tight schedule. Every teacher in Rodside cares about you. I can speak on behalf of every single student in this room right now and every student in Rodside. Every teacher that we have will care about you. They care about any student, no matter the background, no matter the grades, no matter what. It's just such that we're stuck in this enclosed space and we're stuck trying to deal with other people's tight schedules. We would be way better off having our own school. It would, it would, I'm stuck, yeah.
Tamika Stokes?
Hello, I'm Tamika Stokes. I'm Giovanni Stokes' mother. For the past 3 years, it's been a great honor and experience to see this school thrive. My son has been into multiple charter schools in Rochester City School District. I come from New York City. That explains it. Come to Rochester, I had a great experience, and I had bad experience. I don't want to see my son continue complaining about Mom, I'm about to graduate. I don't have my own school. It's very important for these children to have their own schools. It's okay for some schools to merge together and to share, but to hear complaints and negativity and to rush children and not able to eat on time or eat at all, it's a bad thing. If you have someone that's willing to help build and make a structure better, I think it's very important for you to listen to that. How we say it's not coming out of your pocket. People are pouring into it. You're supposed to make a building great. You're supposed to listen to the children. Everyone, every adult in education is always making it about kids. Make it about the kids. Don't make it about political thought. Thank you.
Let's see, Demel Bazik. Last name Bazik.
Hello. Thank you for meeting us here. My name is Jamail Badzik. I've been a teacher at Rockside for 3 years now. It's been my first job ever since I graduated from Fisher. I moved here in 2001. I grew up in the city. I went through city schools. I know all about city schools. This job has been great to me because we've gotten kids from the city and we can see the growth for the last 3 years. And we really need this building because we've been crammed for the last 3 years with the building at 150 Floverton to now in one hallway in Bishop Kearney. And I really feel bad for the juniors who are going to be seniors next year. If we don't have a building for them, what are we going to do for graduation, you know? So, and they were our first kids. So I really hope this goes through and some of you change your mind and vote yes. But the fact of the matter is, if you vote no, this isn't the last time you're going to see us. We're gonna keep doing this. So hopefully you vote yes. Thank you.
Jesse Grander. Jesse Grander. Is Jesse here? Jessica Massey.
Hi, good evening. I stand here before you as both an RCSD educator and Rockside parent, and I want to be honest about the tension and acknowledge that. But anyone who knows me knows I've dedicated my career to RCSD. I'm a proud graduate. I grew up on J Street. I'm still a city resident because I believe it's important to live where you teach. I'm the parent of 6 children, 3 who are currently students in the RCSD. But what many people do not know is that one of my children attends a charter school, Rockside. My daughter was a student in RCSD. She struggled immensely, and despite my advocacy, the system could not meet her needs or provide a pathway for change. I was not able to transfer her within the district due to policies and barriers that many families here know all too well. So, as a single mother of 6 with limited resources, I found myself on Rockside's doorstep, and they took us in. So what I saw was transformation. My child went from at times feeling like she wanted to die to wanting to be a psychologist. And in her current setting in Rockside, she is actually developing the intellectual prowess to bring that dream to fruition. I understand the concerns about funding and systems, but those are adult issues. The children sitting in these classrooms did not design these systems, and if something is working for our kids, for some of our kids, we should not take it away from them. This school deserves a home, and our children deserve options that help them thrive. Additionally, our Rockside children know they are not welcome in that suburban private school where they are currently stationed. The discrimination and racism our students face there from those that pay tuition is something that we cannot accept. It's deplorable. In many ways resembles Jim Crow, and that's not hyperbole. Rockside students, mostly black and brown, can't use certain spaces, are not treated respectfully. Our children should be able to receive a quality education in a school, in our community, in our neighborhoods. So please let us have the building, give us a home, and help us uphold something that's working for these particular children, who of course do matter. Thank you.
Giovanni Stokes.
Hello. I am a 11th grader. I'm a junior at Rockside. I gotta say, this school has really changed my perspective on a lot of things, you know. I never really had it easy. Middle school was pretty bad, and Rockside, we've always been cramped. We've always haven't had a lot of opportunities to really grow, to really spread into what we want to explore. We've been constantly sharing buildings, constantly moving from building to building, going over under someone else's roof. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to wait for somebody else's lunchtime. I don't want to be on somebody else's schedule. I want to be on my own school schedule. I want to be able to explore my own interests. I want to be able to make that resume, get that job, and be able to go to college and saying I graduated from this place. Not because of somebody else's building. I want it to be a building that my school came from, my principal building. In my community, my peers will say the same exact thing. Council members, I urge you, I beg of you, and I'm glad and I really thank you for allowing us to come here today to speak to each and every last one of you, because we really need this building. I don't want to have to go back to that building. I don't want to have to see the looks on people's faces knowing that we're just like some other people sharing their building. The looks that they give us are daggers. The looks of care, we'd all be dead by now. All I want to say is that I just want to have my own building. I want to have my own interests, and I want to explore them and share them with my peers. Thank you.
Karen Emerson. Karen Emerson. Jillian Cook.
Hello. My name is Jillian Cook. I'm the program manager for the 19th Ward Community Association, and I just came today in support of Rockside. We had written a letter of conditional support pending parking, and we understand that that issue has been resolved. So we are in support of the school in our neighborhood. Thank you.
Lucy Johnson. Lucy Johnson, no, okay. David Lowry.
Yes. Hi, my name is Daoud Lowry.
Oh, Daoud, I'm sorry.
I'm DJ's dad. My mom always told me one thing. God bless a child who got his own and can get his own. Okay? We have an option of getting this building. We need it. Okay? We want to either set these kids up to fail or we're going to set them up to succeed. I per se, I've been on top of my son since day one, and his education is through the roof. I personally, he's 11th grade now. Next year is his senior year. I would like for my son to be in his own school, living out his senior year. That's pretty much the most important year of all school. 9th grade and 12th grade, I think, is the most important years of school. I just want to be able to have my son have a senior year, have a gymnasium they can go to, have outside of privileges they can do. Sharing, come on, I don't know what y'all, I'm up there in age, but sharing with my brothers and sisters, I hated it. Okay, so I can only imagine how these kids feel nowadays. We have an option here to help be part of the solution. Don't be part of the problem. Thank you.
Emily Johnson.
Good evening. Thank you, council members, for allowing us to speak. I'm a board member on Young Women's College Prep, and I just want to share a little bit about the journey of how we got here with both the RFP and why we're here today. Over the last 18 months, we have partnered with a real estate partner to find a permanent home for Young Women's College Prep. As Sherry and Ghislaine shared, it is needed. We are sharing, just like Rockside, with another school, and it is a constant battle between those shared facilities like a cafeteria and a gymnasium. So this wasn't, like this has been planful. We've been working on this for over a year. And through the partnership of a real estate partner, we have evaluated buildings that ranged from warehouses in industrial parks to old churches to old apartment buildings. But always our goal was to bring our school back to the city. And unfortunately, the real estate that is available for a school is just not prevalent. There's not a lot of buildings. Furthermore, we've partnered with architects because we started to get concerned that we needed to convert a warehouse to a school. And as you start to work through the design, it just becomes cost prohibitive. As everyone had shared also, charter schools don't have the facility funding. And so we have to find a building that is adequate, otherwise we're out of options. So when School 20 and School 29 came up for RFP, it was like the heavens opened because our prayers answered. We had a home in the city for our girls that was already structured and already designed to be a school. So since we've been partnering with the real estate office of the city of Rochester and through our submittals with the RFP, we have worked with, again, architectures and now general contractors and have a scope of work and a budget that's possible. So please, please, on May 19th, I compel you to vote yes for Young Women's College Prep.
Grace Fiordaliso. Sherry Weber. Shafia Adore.
You can bring the sign with you.
Hello, my name is Shafi and I'm one of the Rothside students. I'm in 10th grade and sharing a building was not a good thing because we had to share a gym, we had to share the cafeteria. It was really not, I don't know how to say it, but it's really not a thing to, because we had to show the BK and everything, schools, how we are and how everything, that we have to ask everything from them and have to do what they tell us. Sometimes we were not allowed to go outside because the BK students were outside. We were not allowed to go to the gym because they were inside. So we want a building of our own to know that we can go anywhere that we want to. And, yep. Thank you.
Kylie Martinot.
Good evening. So my name is Kylie Marnad. I'm the science teacher at Rockside High School, and like countless people have said all about the shared spaces and everything. But it also doesn't talk about just how passionate these students are, how much they come and they make our jobs worth it, how much being a teacher is an amazing job that can also be really hard. And what keeps us coming every day are these students, and being able to give them a home and a space where they can have more clubs, more sports, more opportunities to do things would just be wonderful for them. So like they said, please reconsider, because it really is for our students. Thank you.
Sergi Martinot.
So I'm here mostly because I'm a resident of the city and a taxpayer of the city. I honestly don't know why we're here. It's obvious that those tools project needs a school. I'm a scientist. I was lucky enough to be the recipient of 2 doctorates. I'm considered to be very, very, very lucky to have made a living out of it. And I want to have other kids to have the same opportunity that I got to be educated. That's key. I'm old enough to know now that when a school closed, part of the city dies. And I hope you don't want this city to die. I work the street every day of this city. There's a lot of dead spots. So please bring kids back bring lives back, and use our tax dollars wisely. Thank you.
Roberta McGinnis. Roberta McGinnis. Okay. Elaine Primo.
Good evening. Thank you for listening or letting us speak tonight. My name is Eileen Primo. I am a social studies teacher at Rockside High. I am a first-year teacher, and you've heard from some of my students and you've heard from some of my colleagues. And so I don't have to tell you what a special place Rockside is. Like Ms. Martineau said, our students are very passionate, they're brilliant, but most importantly, they're the leaders of this city for tomorrow. They are the future of this city. We have done something amazing, even being homeless. We have created a community where diversity is celebrated and unity is cherished. We are a community that comes together and supports each other. All we need to finish that puzzle is a home that we can bring that sense of community that we have in our school building out into the city. That is what we can do for you if you guys give us a permanent home. Thank you.
Kalada Alcalde. Kalada.
Hi, good evening. My name is Ms. Perez, Carlota Alcalde. I'm a Spanish teacher in Rockside, and since the last year. So when I just moved here, new culture, new language, really Rockside got me wrapped, and I felt like very, very taken care of, like with my principal. He is amazing. And I have taught like kids from 9 till 11th grade, and I get to say like, this is our next generation. We have to take care of them. We need to give them a future. So that starts for giving them a building where they can feel like comfortable and happy, and make it like the new future that they need. We need to build a future for them, because I think they deserve it. Thank you so much.
Kimberly Martinat.
Yes, hello. Thank you to the City Council for organizing this public moment. I'm here as a resident of the City of Rochester. I moved here 2 years ago. I am a public school kid. I reached for every opportunity that I could get. I have been able to get an education at Ivy League schools. I have a doctorate from Harvard. I have committed my career to science education. I'm faculty at the University of Rochester. I am fully in support of any education for students in this city, of keeping the schools schools, and particularly want to commend really the staff and the students and the parents from both schools here today, showing their support for the community. I'm in full favor. Thank you very much.
Christina Mesci. Christina Mesci.
Hi, good evening, guys. My son is Terrence. He's a 10th grader at Rockside. He joined the community last year. He came from 50 school, which was really rough, and he wasn't doing really well academically at 50. So as a freshman at Rockside, he flourished. He loves school. He's really dedicated to the school, and the school is really dedicated to the students. Mr. Yaman, he's a phenomenal principal. They got great teachers there that really show the kids true support. They're there not just as teachers, but kind of as friends, you know, if they need mentors and stuff like that. So for these guys, they have their own building. They went from to the little building at Floverton, which was super small, and now they're sharing one floor over at Bishop Kearney. It's kind of tough for the kids. You know, it kind of keeps them confined, and it doesn't give them the opportunity to have their own. They just started sports this year because of the building change, and if they get their own building, they could add more, you know, which would be more incentive for the kids. You know, they do love the school, and I just think it would be a better opportunity. Being homeless, you kind of can't do much. You know, you kind of just floating around. So it's same thing with schools. If children don't have a solid foundation, there might be more dropouts, you know, so I'd say please reconsider for Roxai.
Jamie Hill Daughtry.
Good evening. My name is Jamie Hill Doherty. I'm the Director of Student Services at Young Women's College Prep. Unlike a number of my colleagues that are here this evening and parents and students, I am a first-year member of YWCP, having come from public schools in my past as both a teacher and an administrator. This is my first charter experience, and I am a convert. I see the passion every day that the staff has for the girls in our hallways. It truly is a small environment where everybody knows everybody and everybody believes in everybody. And they wrap around each and every student and make the impossible possible in some ways. In my purview, I oversee our special education program, and I can tell you firsthand how challenging it is in our current setting to truly offer the program of supports to our students who have special education needs, trying to find a nook and a cranny anywhere that we can to do tests read to a student so that they can perform their best on a Regents exam. I know also that this building is going to open opportunities for our girls as far as really reaching our potential as a charter school and a college preparatory institution, as far as offering more college preparedness courses and getting our girls ready to really meet the challenges of their future lives, be that college or trade school or the workforce, really helping them to prepare for their futures and make sure that they are ready to meet the demands of a future that, you know, none of us really know what it's going to look like, but those girls are going to be ready to meet it head on. Thank you.
Sarah Tofano.
Good evening. My name is Sarah Tofano. I'm an attorney with Nixon Peabody, and I serve on the board of YWCP. I'm not a parent yet, but I will be in about a week. And the only reason I'm here right now and not at home resting on the couch is because of how important this is to our school. Allowing YWCP to buy this building will benefit everyone, the school, for all the reasons that you've heard. The city will benefit, the school we share a building with, and they will now have more space. They will benefit, everyone will benefit. Our girls are invested in their future, and voting yes on this building, I believe, will show them that we are invested in them, that they deserve this, they deserve to have a place that they call their own. So thank you for your consideration.
Amy Sullivan.
Hi, my name is Amy Sullivan. I am the Director of Curriculum Instruction and Assessment at Young Women's College Prep. I have also done the public school experience, and I do have to say I am also a convert. I've been at YWCP for 3 years as an administrator, and what is really important to understand is that schools are not just places where children sit in classrooms. They are where communities come alive. It is where they gather. It's where neighbors meet. It's where kids feel safe. If you think of a time where you had a trusted adult, it was probably a teacher. I know each and every one of you have a favorite teacher that you can remember their name, and you know that if you saw them at Wegmans or Tops, they would remember you and greet you with a hug. That's what our staff does with our girls. And that's what our girls do for us when they see us out. And having this opportunity to have our own home, have our kids feel safe in a building that is in their neighborhood is so incredibly important. And the last thing is that we're green and gold. Our building is not really reflective of that in our gyms. When we have varsity level sports and there's purple on our walls, where's the school spirit in that, right? We need our own space. So please, I implore you, please say yes to bringing YWCP to School 20.
Jason McMurray.
Hi, I'm Jason McMurray. I'm one of the assistant principals at Young Women's College Prep for the middle school. And the last 3 years have been probably some of the best years that I've had being an assistant principal there. One of the things that I will say is that we have a lot of great staff that work very, very hard in our building. Our building doesn't work for us. We're cramped, not a lot of places to go. We want to diversify what you offer. There's no facilities for a lot of it. We need updates in a lot of areas, science, math, bringing in ideas of cosmetology for our girls, but we don't have space for that kind of stuff. We don't have the space to do some of those things that can broaden the opportunities for our children. It's one of the things that building on everything else, it's about belonging, right? We all need a place to belong, a place that's ours, right? Everyone does. And I firmly believe that there is a place for everyone. YWCP is the place for a lot of our girls, right? And there's a school in Rochester for every kid. And we just want that opportunity to have our school be in Rochester for our students. Like Sullivan said, those community things, those after-school activities, people are not trucking all the way out to Greece. We just don't have the opportunity to do a lot of those community events because people can't get to where we are. If we're in the city, we are where our parents and students are. They have the opportunity to be part of that greater community and really help Rochester form a better future for itself. So again, I just hope you give us the opportunity. We have great things planned, and if you get this school for us, you'll be very, very impressed.
Rosalie Charlie. Rosalie Charlie. Selcock Sadamari. Selcok. Taylor Ryan. Matthew Morris. Scott Morris Jr. Annalise Rogers.
Hi, my name is Annalisa Rogers. I am currently a science lab teacher at Rocksci as well as an ENL teacher, English for New Learners. And I wanted to talk to you, first of all, actually, thank you so much for those who voted yes for Rocksci to purchase school number 29. And for those of you who have not agreed to our purchase, I'm going to ask you to strongly reconsider. And for a few good reasons. One, the purchase of this building means that Rocksci can actually bridge the gap between academics, income disparity, and help reduce systemic inequities by providing meaningful education that helps students reach their greatest potential academically, socially, and emotionally. I'm sure some of you guys have seen the youth risk behavior survey, and some of those areas such as mental health, feeling like they belong, those are things that Rocksci has actually helped some of our students exceed and excel at. Where they didn't feel like they had an opportunity or felt like they felt welcomed, Rocksci has permitted them or helped them feel that sense of belongingness. And so when I think about our youth, I think about that. And I also think about the fact that they need that home. And what better way to help them continue to feel that sense of belongingness than by giving them a school home. So there's so many things I could add that to point out the strengths of our charter schools, including some of our cohort here. But in the interest of time, I will simply say that we at Rockside are not just asking for a building, but a place that our students can call home, build a future in a community that matters to us all, and our kids deserve the best opportunity that we can afford them. So if you voted yes, thank you for your continued support. If you said no, please strongly reconsider, because our kids deserve that at the least. Thank you.
Last name, Gauger, maybe? Omar? Ali Kosen? Ali? Ozine, O-K-S-U-Z? Mustafa Ursor?
Good evening, council members. My name is Mustafa Ersoy. I worked as a math teacher more than 10 years, and a school principals more than 10 years, and currently work in Bafsa and Rockside Charter School as a Chief Talent Officer. So I know it's already late, but I just want to bring one thing to your attention. As an educator, more than 20 years in urban charter schools, starting a successful school is a challenging task. And especially if you're starting a high school in an urban setting, it's a very, very difficult job. Because you need to first find a principal, and then you need to hire teachers, and more importantly, you need to convince parents to a dream that this is going to be the school that your child is going to attend and graduate and go to college. I know this gentleman. In the first year of the school, the first 2 months, he was a school principal, he was the dean of students, he was also in the hallway monitor, and he was also the math teacher in the first 2 months. And look around. If you see a successful principal, and if you see all these parents coming here and supporting their school, and if you see dedicated teachers, that's a story for success. I don't know what else we need. But if you, in the first voting, did not vote for yes, I really urge you to reconsider it, because you are going to see, and we're already seeing it, but you're going to see a success story here in the city of Rochester. Thank you so much.
Latrice Thomas? Latrice Thomas? Latoya Stewart?
Hi. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you. I know I have 2 minutes, but I had like a long epistle because I wanted to share my story. I migrated in 2019 to Rochester, New York, and I have 2 kids within the Rockside brand, one at the elementary school, one at the high school. I have been tried and tested in the RCSD schools. Every day, I would get a complaint. It was like if my phone rang, I would be all anxiety because something was going on in the city school. Out of COVID, I had a daughter who could not read. Rockside did not give up on her, and I am so grateful for that. I have been through conferences within the city school district just trying for them to say, hey, this is not normal. Their answers were, oh, that's normal. This is what we see every day. I am so grateful for Rockside for helping my daughter to be able to stand and be able to read and present herself as a wonderful young woman. Now, while I say thank you for those who have voted no, I ask you to reconsider. What would you like to see the future of our kids? What do you want the city looks like? This is so frightening what you see in education and what you see happening around the city. Do you want additional children to be on the street, mentally disturbed, missing that belonging? Think about it. And I'll also tell you that I will look for you on the ballots. Because if you can't support our children for a strong education and that sense of belonging, I cannot support you. And neither will my friends nor my family support you. I moved to Cady Street a few years ago, and it's very disturbing. Think about what you want our children's future to be.
Mario, sorry. Ramirez, Mario. Carlene Murray. Keisha Burke. Oh, okay, sorry.
Keisha is my daughter who could not read when she started, and thanks to Rockside, who never gave up on her and telling her she's just an average student.
Hi, my name is Carlene Murray. I'm the first year art teacher at Rockside currently, and Kesey and a lot of the other students that are here didn't have art for the first couple years, but I kept, but I said, okay, I was subbing at the time, so I said, they need to expand the other side of their brain, not just with math and science and English. And now they're able to express themselves, not just with anger or doodles on their classwork, but now they have a place in a whole room that they can actually express themselves now. And I am very proud of this young lady because she has come a long way since I've met her. And I'd like to let her introduce herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Kesia. I'm an 11th grade student. I am also a council member at Rockside. I've been there for 3 years, and as Mr. Yeoman always said, we are the pioneers, and it's not about a building. We need it because we are going to graduate soon and we need a place to call home. As you guys already know, we're sharing a building with Bishop Kearney. It's hard for us as students knowing that we're going to graduate soon and we don't know if we're going to have a building. So everybody that said no, I would like y'all to reconsider and say yes. Vote for Rockside.
Tejana McDonald. Tejana McDonald. Joe Barone. Mike Pascarella.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak to you today. My name is Mike Pascarella, and I have had the privilege of serving as an educator at Young Women's College Prep for the last 12 years, where I now proudly serve as the high school assistant principal. As you know, our school is currently located in Greece, but the overwhelming majority of our students are residents of Rochester. Every day they travel significant distances to access their education, but the reality is that this distance creates real barriers. Barriers that impact their attendance, their participation in after-school activities, and such as clubs and athletics, and ultimately to their success. Relocating our school represents more than just a change in address. It's an opportunity to bring education closer to our students. It's a chance to remove obstacles that stand in the way of attendance, academic growth, and meaningful involvement in the school community. Over these 12 years, I've seen firsthand what our students are capable of. I've seen students overcome challenges and go on to achieve great things, but I've also seen how our location can limit even the most motivated students. By approving these purchases, you would be helping to create greater access, equity, and opportunity for the Rochester students. You would be supporting a school community that is deeply committed to serving this city and its families. This is not just about a building, it's about meeting students where they are, investing in their potential, and strengthening the connection between school and community. Students in our community have enough barriers impacting their success. The zip code of their school should not have to be one. I respectfully ask that you for your support in approving the purchase of both of these buildings so that we can continue and deepen our work in serving the students of Rochester. Thank you for your time.
Dustin Weimer. Dustin. Demir, maybe the last name begins with O.
I thought this was a sign up, but I just want to say a few things because I started charter schools over 10 years in Rochester. I came to support these great charter schools. Even if it doesn't benefit me personally, I'm bringing more competition, but I also believe it's a competition because I have to work harder when we have more students. We have to be more successful, so it's going to benefit to our students. So if I would just think myself, I wouldn't be here, but I believe that we have to support the students. In the meantime, I am in the financial part of this charter school. We also work with, my wife used to a substitute teacher for Rochester School District as well. We believe in education, and then also we work with Rochester School District as well. When it comes to the students' education, we work together. They are great people in the Rochester School District. We always help. I have no complaints about them, and when we need it, we also help them, because at the end of the day, we are serving for the schools and the students. As I said, I believe in collaboration, not for charter school or not non-charter schools. We have to be all successful. We bring better education. We have to serve better. So, and at last, I want to close with an example. One of our graduate students came to visit to me, and he told that he's graduated from the university college, and he went to a business, the insurance company, and he tried to sell me his insurance. So I support him what I could do, but I think we should more focus on this one and see the good result for our city and this greater community. Thank you so much.
Jillian Jardis. Jillian.
Good evening. As a teacher, I tell my students to immediately put their name on their paper, so that's what I was doing. I thought I was just putting in my attendance for today. So I guess my lesson tomorrow is make sure you know what you're signing up for. So I'll add that to the board tomorrow. My name is Jillian Jardis, and I am a proud educator at Young Women's College Prep. I've been there for 11 years, and I am proud to say that since 2018, with our first graduating class, we have a 90% graduation rate. This purchase of School 20 is turning an unused, potentially deteriorating building into a vibrant community asset, which Young Women's College Prep is. Demonstrating this purchase will demonstrate our responsibility to urban redevelopment without requiring new construction. The purchase of this building allows our families to benefit from a more high-quality public school education that is back in the city of Rochester. One of my proud things that I do at YWCP is school involvement and opportunities for our students. However, we struggle every single day with providing our students those opportunities because of our distance from their families being in Greece. I want to give our students better opportunities and our families better opportunities, and one of the biggest barriers is our location. By providing us this building allows us to bring our students back to the city where they belong. The approval of the sale continues to provide equity and empowerment for our school and our students. It supports broader community goals of gender equity in education and the workforce. 52% of the residents in the city of Rochester are female, which we support. We continue to prove ourselves with our academic performance. And in closing, this is not just about a building, it's about investing in Rochester's future, transforming a vacant space into a school dedicated to empowering young women, and strengthens our neighborhoods, expands opportunity, and reflects the kind of forward-thinking community we strive to be. Thank you.
Brittany Rump. Brittany. Bulent. B-U-L-E-N-T. Taha. Badar. Colvin Weimer.
Okay, thank you for letting me speak today. I am a 9th grader at Rockside, and I had only just joined this school about 3 months ago. And already in math, I've went from getting straight D's to actually passing with an A+ in just one quarter. And thank you. And I'm just so thankful for this school, and I'm so thankful for the teachers. Like, I don't think the teachers get enough appreciation because, like, my English teacher, Miss Plesh, she takes time out of her day to not just do, you know, English and tech writing, but also do sports for all the students, along with my teacher, Mr. Werner. He does the same thing. I respect them so much. And my, of course, math teacher, Mr. Hayat, also taking about an hour out of his day just to tutor me and just a few other students because he cares so much about us that, like, he would do something like that. He wants us to pass our regents and our classes, and I'm so thankful for him. And I think that just shows how much, like, the teachers deserve this new school, and how much I think our 11th graders going into seniors deserve to have their nice graduation one-year school. So I would like to ask anyone who said no to Rockside getting the new school to please reconsider. I would love to have that new school. I'm sure a lot of other people would love to have that new school. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Aiden Oz. Aiden Oz. Mehmet Demeritus. Mohammed. That is.
Muhammad 36 at Gmail. There you go. Oh, okay.
That was a good one. Hillel. Hilal. Umar. Yunus. Last name Hannon. First name begins with an A. Ahmed Musa. Celine Hussein. Christopher Carter.
First thing I would like to say is I'm happy to be here speaking with you guys today. My name is Christopher Carter. I am a student ambassador at Rockside High. I am also a 9th grader that is an athlete, and I feel like the benefits of getting this new school would be all of us students being able to come together, do stuff in our new building instead of being limited to doing little bits of things. In the hallways, it's very crowded. People, when we're walking past each other, 11th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, we're always bumping into each other, missing our classes and being late because we can't get there on time due to the time that we get to our classes. Also, the lunches are very short, and I feel like our schedules, since we have to balance with BK, it's very limited for the things that we get to do. Also, most of our athletes at the school and people at the school don't really like to come to school most of the times because of the ways we have to share the fields and everything with BK. Also, the gym time, our teacher, Mr. Warner, he does his very hardest to try to get us into the gyms and outside in the fields to do the certain types of activities he wants us to do. And it's very limited, and we can't really do most of the stuff because of the rules that BK has set for us. Also, I would like to say I'm thankful to be here today. Thank you.
Wait, don't go. You didn't come up here alone. Who are all these people with you, brother?
This is my This is my science lab teacher, Miss Rogers. This is also This is my friend. Sorry, I'm nervous. This is my friend DJ.
Okay.
Who is also someone I really care about in this school.
All right.
So, thank you. for
Thank you, sir.
having me.
Also student council members.
Okay. Appreciate you.
Edward McCluskey. Edward McCluskey.
Hello. Also, I had no idea what I was signing. I thought I was voting yes. My son attends Roxai. I'm here on behalf of family, staff, students, everybody. It's a strong belief for me that the way you go about and carry yourself throughout the day starts at home. And I feel like that also could be said for school. So if they don't have organized, clean, standard environment. I don't mean clean like it's dirty, but something set in place, like the gym teacher having to reset every day if they get to play, or just the teacher having to reset every day. I don't know. Real nervous. Okay. I pick my son up most of the time, and I don't know if it's standard for the BK kids to go in through the back of the entrance, but they come and go through the back. I don't know how that does for their self-esteem. I can imagine when I went to high school, born and raised in Rochester City School. And I started in Northeast College Prep for their 7th grade. Transitioned all the way through. We started at Freddie Thomas in a little corner very similar to what they deal with. And it was always like red shirts, blue shirts, you know what I mean? And I can just imagine them dealing with that there now. And it's just not fair for the kids to have to deal with that, especially in an environment where they're supposed to be free from distractions to learn. If all that's in place, I find that would be very difficult. The confidence, like I said, going in and out the back of the building is kind of crazy. Imagine going to the school and walking into the front door and you see your school name on the building. I feel like that plays a lot in your confidence and your ability to learn as well. Even for the teachers being able to teach, having that same confidence. So if you voted yes, thank you. If you voted no, I'm not sure why, but there's a lot of pros and I can't think of a con. $8 million to the city, a hazardous building that's been vacant for 3 years is going to be put to good use. So a lot of good reasons to say yes. Thank you.
Graham Vander Zanden.
Thank you for being here this evening. To the city councilors and also to everyone who showed up to support Young Women's College Prep in Roxai. My name is Graham Vander Zanden. I manage the finances at Roxai. Some of the people here know me because I'm the one who shows up to meetings that have good ideas and I say, I'm sorry, there's no money. Today, I'm here to say there's money. As you've heard, we have $8 million from a national lender. They're ready to invest right here in the community of Rochester. Your yes vote enables that. Your yes vote unlocks those $8 million. Your yes vote unlocks the potential of the community of Roxai High School. Thank you very much.
Michaela Chambers. Lanaya Chambers. Latoya Cole. Cam Lewis. Oh, are you Latoya? Okay, thank you.
Hello. My daughter is Katana Torres. She has been in charter schools all of her academic life. And the one thing that I've seen constant, and I'm trying not to cry, because this is personal, is unstable, instability, constant. She's gone to Urban Choice, just all over the place. Now she's in Roxai. They had a place, it was so tiny. And now they're somewhere where they have to share. There's racism. There's all kinds of things I don't want her to be accustomed to think that that's normal. And if they had their own space to do sports, all kinds of things, have their own, just everything, That would mean so much to me as a parent and to her as a child who's only been in charter schools her whole academic life. She's in 11th grade. She's been at Rockside since the doors opened. I'm sure it would mean so much to her to start somewhere and to end somewhere because, as you know, Urban Choice closed. To have a place where she can graduate and know that if I send her little sister there, she can go back to the same building where she graduated and just have that feeling of home that she does not have. It's like she's just out there. It would mean so much just to know that there's some stability, not just for my child, but for future children who will be going there, because this school makes a difference. These teachers are dedicated. This staff is dedicated. They know me by voice when I call. That means a lot to me as a parent. I'm out here by myself. So it's like just for her to have some kind of stability would mean the world to me. And to know my other child has never known anything but charter school as well. So I would like for them to have some kind of stability with some charter school where they just feel safe. They don't have to go home and worry about, oh, we don't know where we're going, or they're excited about something and then it's snatched from them. I would just love for you to reconsider from one parent to another, from my child to your children. Please grant them this. They need it. Please and thank you.
Cam Lewis.
Hey, good evening. My name is Dr. Cam Lewis. I'm with UPrep Charter School for Young Men. I'm the COO and CFO. Basically just here to support both YWCP and RockSci. YWCP is like our sister school, charter stick together. RockSci is probably like our cousin school. We all just, keep it together. And it's important for us at UPrep to support other charters. We have been through a lot of the similar struggles. We tried to move into a suburban area because we couldn't find the appropriate buildings at the time in the city, and went through what that entailed. We've shared space with other city schools and felt the struggle of that. We've been displaced and not known where we were gonna go for a while. We've moved into a building a week before school started because it was that much of a struggle, but we didn't have access, and when we got it, we rushed. But we rushed because we care about these kids that are here. And I don't know how anybody could look at these kids in this building, the energy that they have, and want to deny them that access. And I think that everybody here is doing what they're doing because they love these kids, whether it's their child, niece, nephew, student. We just want to do what's right by the children. So we hope that you all will reconsider and grant both of them what they need to be successful. Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are not going to stop, but we've been sitting here drinking an awful lot of water, and we need to take a 5-minute break. Yeah.
So before we take this break, I just want to say to those who have stuck it out this long that first and foremost, appreciate you all coming tonight, but I want to make sure that everyone understands my vote because it's very critical that you understand my vote. So I'm going to do that really quick, and then we're going to take that 5-minute break. So last month, we had 5 yes votes. It required 7 votes to pass. I only voted no, so I could bring it back. It's a technical thing in government. So I want you to know that I'm a yes vote. I was a yes vote last month, and I'll be a yes vote when I reconsider it again, and I bring it back to a vote this month. And I appreciate you all coming out tonight.
Daryl Dudley. Tim Davis. Oh, Daryl's here? Okay.
Hello, my name is Daryl. I'm a 10th grade student in Rockside. I'm a part of the student council. I have a sister that goes to the elementary school. Having this building wouldn't only benefit the kids that are here at the school now, but the students that plan to go there in the future. I've seen the struggle of being in the small building where we had to struggle to get to class because there wasn't enough space. And then we moved to Bishop Kearney, which isn't only outside of the city, but it's honestly, in all honesty, it's scary. Moving from a small school to a big one where you feel you have to walk on eggshells because you don't want to be the one who messes up, or not knowing where you're allowed to be. So having our own building would help us. Having our own building would help us be ever more comfortable. It would help everyone learn better, and it also help students work towards a better future.
Tim Davis.
Thank you guys for having us today. I'm Tim Davis. I'm the 9th grader of Rockside High School. No, assistant principal. I'm assistant principal of Rockside High School. Thank you guys for having us here tonight. Just want to say, you heard a lot of testimony from our kids. These kids come to us. We not only teach education, we build self-confidence, self-worth, and at the same time, we're building discipline and respect. That's what foundation our school is built on, okay? So you grant us this building will definitely improve our neighborhoods and give us, our kids, a sense of home. You and I know that kids being displaced, not having a home, don't have a solid foundation. This school will give our kids a solid foundation and also make our neighborhood much stronger than what it is. And I also live in the 19th ward. So how cool is that? You live beside your assistant principal. My kids live right beside me. I got kids live on the next block. So when they have trick-or-treaters, they come to my house. They see their assistant principal. You should see the lights on their face when they see somebody from their school that lives in their neighborhood. Thank you.
Jocelyn Savasu. Jocelyn. Tom Cole, maybe, or Kale? Saida?
Hello, my name is Saida, a high school student at Rockside. I will say I would like to have a permanent building for our school, where we can have a more opportunities, wider space, clubs. So I support my school to have and we stay focused on future education. Thanks.
Zaya Rahman. Oh, okay.
Hello. My name is Yaur Rahman Surak. I'm Saida's daughter, one of high school student in Rockside. She just told me about the schools that's for the building there to have. My daughter we come to the America since like 3 years ago, and she had a 2 years gap of studying, and it was a lot. She couldn't go to school after 2 years, and we come here. So I met Mr. Yemen, and somebody gave me the numbers, and I said I want to transfer my daughter to your school, Rockside High School. She supported me. So, and now she's asking me that. And before their school was somewhere else, but I'm not that well familiar to the city, and they moved to another place. And now Saida is asking me, Dad, I don't want my school to go some other places, move that place and that place. So I support Rockside High School to have its own building, so the students can have more opportunities and feel confidence that they are living in a place like other schools and continue their educations and have more opportunities. Thank you for support.
Terrence Thomas. Terrence here? Okay.
Hello, I'm Terrence. I'm also one of the students who goes to Rockside, and I would like to thank you all for hosting this so we could get on to the topic about this. I'm honestly really thankful for this place because I also used to go to the city schools and it wasn't really the best place. I've just haven't really, felt very motivated, but being here, I've gotten a lot of help and I've also gotten pushed into the right direction. And I would love all of you guys to maybe consider moving to the 29 school building because where we started off was small, and as time went on, we've also moved down to the Bishop Kearney building, and we've only got one hallway and a few, 2 bathrooms, 1 girl, 1 boy, stuff like that. And it's just not enough room for us. And sure, we do have some extracurricular activities, but we don't really have the space for them. Not that we don't have the space, but we do, but don't. So, and also I would also like to just think about the future of us and what we got for next year and the years after that. A place to call home for us. So if y'all would, I would really love y'all to reconsider giving the 29 school building to us. Thank you.
That's it.
Okay, we're getting ready to end, but before we end, is there anybody, is there anybody? Thank you, come on up. There we go. State your name, please.
I am Daoud Lowry. I am an 11th grader at Rockside, and I've been there at the school since it started. And I would say that my school's greatest strength is that the environment that it creates, there is a lot of focus put on the individual student as a person, and all of that effort goes towards making them succeed. And our biggest limitation is not having our own building. And from day one, we've been in a cramped building to a now even more cramped building, and I personally don't want to wake up and go to school every single day knowing that I go to a school where the other people there who don't even go to our school see us as some kind of aliens. It doesn't sit right, and it takes an impact and takes a hit on everyone's self-esteem. So I really hope that you guys would reconsider and let us have the school building. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, brother. Wait. If there's anybody else, come on up to the mic, state your name.
Susie Braston. I have 2 kids that go to Rockside. My daughter started in 9th grade, which was last year, and my son has started 9th grade this year. My kids get a lot of support at that school. They came from Churchville Chi School District. It was horrible. So I looked for a charter school to put my kids into. They've been here ever since. I would like them to graduate here. I would also like them to have a better school to go to. Because Bishop Kearney has some of the same issues that the suburban schools have with certain kids. So I would like my kids to go somewhere where they're more comfortable, that they can call their own.
Thank you, sister. Unless there is anyone else who has anything else to say, we're going to adjourn. But before we do, it is my hope that we'll see all of y'all next week, Tuesday, 6 p.m. We'll be upstairs this time in our council chambers. And if you know some folks who didn't come out this evening, encourage them to come out Tuesday. It is important that we hear from you. I just want to say this to all of the young folks that showed up. Y'all really did show up and show out today. Y'all did good work. I appreciate you. And I look forward to hearing you and your parents and everyone else in your community who shares your belief next week, Tuesday. Go get them, bring them with you. Good night.